What if the Vanderlyn gang didn't just fade into history? What if instead of running, they decided to build something? Imagine this. A city, hidden from the world, built on Dutch Vanderlyn's twisted ideals. A haven for outlaws, a fortress against the encroaching hand of government, a society for 500,000 souls living by their own rules. This isn't just a story of survival. It's the story of a nation born from gunpowder and ambition. Welcome to the Republic of Tahiti, not the island, but the idea made real. So, how does a band of desperate outlaws build a metropolis? It starts with a plan, a truly audacious one. After the Blackwater heist, let's imagine Dutch doesn't lose his Instead, his paranoia sharpens. He sees the Pinkertons not just as a threat to his gang, but as a symptom of a diseased society. He realizes running is a temporary solution. The only way to truly be free is to build a world where the law kawi and reach them. Their first move is finding the perfect location. Not the tropics, not the grizzled west, but somewhere overlooked, a place the modern world has forgotten. Let's picture a vast, isolated valley in the northern Rockies, maybe straddling the US-Canada border. It's a natural fortress, surrounded by impassable peaks, with only a few secret, treacherous passages in and out. This land is rich in resources timber, game, clean water, and crucially, gold and silver deposits. It's a self-sufficient paradise waiting to be tamed. To fund this monumental project, Dutch orchestrates one last legendary score. Not a train or a bank, but something far more sophisticated. With Hosea's strategic genius, they exploit the burgeoning stock market. They create phantom companies, manipulate commodities, and perform a series of insider trades that siphon millions from titans like Leviticus, Cornwall. They don't just steal money, they bankrupt their enemies, turning the system against itself. This gives them the capital they need to buy the land through a series of shell corporations and acquire the initial tools and supplies. The first few years are brutal. It's just the core. Gangatha, Hosea, John, Sadie, Charles leading the charge. Charles Smith is invaluable, his survival skills and deep understanding of the land guiding their initial settlement. Sadie Adler, with her fierce determination, becomes the head of security, training a militia to guard the Pacific. Arthur Morgan, ever the pragmatist, is the foreman, the man who gets things done, overseeing construction and managing the workforce. And John. John builds his ranch, a symbol of the simple life they are fighting to protect, a cornerstone for the new community. They don't build it alone. Their first citizens are the outcasts, the dispossessed, the people the so-called civilized world has chewed up and spat out, disgruntled workers from the coal mines, families who lost their farms to the banks, and other small outlaw gangs who are offered a choice. Join us and build, or be our enemy. Duchess Silva Tongue is his greatest tool. He sells them a dream not of easy money, but of freedom, of dignity, of a place where a person's worth isn't measured by their bank account. The city, which they ironically name Providence, grows organically. It starts as a rough logging camp and expands into a sprawling town. Think of the architectural blend of frontier grit and surprising sophistication. Hosea insists on proper city planning with a central square, a theater for performances, and even a library. Susan Grimshaw, the unwavering matriarch of the gang, establishes the laws of the community. A strict but fair code that prioritizes loyalty and contribution over all else. There's no room for laziness or betrayal in Providence. Technology is embraced, but selectively, they use dynamite for mining and construction, and they eventually harness the power of the river for a hydroelectric dam, bringing electricity to the city long before many parts of America see it. But they strictly forbid telegraphs and telephones that could connect them to the outside world. All communication is controlled. Their isolation is their greatest defense. Years passed. The city swells. 500,000 people now call Providence home. It has its own economy based on mining, logging, and a unique form of agriculture adapted to the mountain climate. They trade covertly with a network of trusted contacts, smuggling their gold and goods out and bringing in what they can't produce themselves. Pearson runs a network of trading posts, while Leopold Strauss, in a surprising turn, manages the city's treasury, his morally ambiguous skills now serving the entire community. But what of Dutch? He's no longer a gang leader. He's the governor, the patriarch, the philosopher king. From his manor overlooking the city, he delivers speeches from his balcony, his voice echoing through the valley. He talks of faith, loyalty, and the righteous struggle against a corrupt world. He's revered, almost worshipped, but the old paranoia still lurks. A secret police force, led by a ruthless and loyal Micah Bell, operates in the shadows, rooting out dissent and suspected government spies. The line between freedom and control begins to blur. And what about the government? For decades, Providence remains a myth, a ghost story told by Pinkerton agents who lost the trail. But such a large settlement cannot stay hidden forever. Unexplained economic shifts, rumors from smugglers, and strange seismic readings from the mining operations eventually put Providence on the map. The United States government, Coen, ignored a rogue city-state of 500,000 people operating on its border. The final act isn't a shootout in a camp. It's a siege. The U.S. Army is dispatched, led by a determined agent, Milton and Agent Ross, who have made it their life's work to bring Dutch to justice. They find the valley, but getting in is another matter. Sadie Adler's militia uses the terrain to their advantage, turning the mountain passes into a death trap. It's a full-scale war, fought with rifles, cannons, and the sheer will to survive. Inside the city, loyalties are tested. Does the populace, who have known only Providence, believe in Dutch's war? Or do they long for the peace and stability of the outside world? Arthur, now older and wiser, questions if this is the freedom they fought for or just a bigger, more gilded cage. He sees Dutch's vision twisting into tyranny. The final conflict isn't just against the army outside, but for the very soul of the city within. This is the ultimate what-if of the Van der Linde gang. Not just an escape, but the creation of a new world, built on a foundation of stolen money and a flawed dream. It's a story that explores whether you can truly escape civilization, or if you just end up rebuilding it, flaws and all, in your own image. A testament to ambition, loyalty, and the inevitable, tragic cost of a plan. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into what could have been, make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe for more Tales from the Frontier, and let me know in the comments what other video game what-ifs you'd like to see explored. Until next time, stay loyal to what matters.